Good morning. Holy crap, holy post Thanksgiving gained 2 pounds. Don't even look at me, Kim or Shannon. It was bad. It was stuffing. I know it was stuffing. Yeah. But Ian did a really good job with Thanksgiving dinner, so that was great. And I got my stuff out of my hand, which you can't see because it's on the other side. You can see a little bit of the nuttiness right here. But I got my stuff out, and that was good. I was happy. But we didn't do anything. We looked at each other, I guess, was a Wednesday night, Thursday morning, and said, no visiting anybody, no nothing. We're just going to relax. So we did. Except for when we took the rest of the wallpaper off the walls. But, and I say we, I mean Ian did, and I just put the icky wallpaper in a bag with my good hand. But yeah, that's it. We vegged. We relaxed. We drove to an antique store and got our new dining table, which we've been waiting for. It's a mahogany pedestal table, but no chairs yet. So we're using the chairs from our old American dining room for right now. But it's a really old one. It's like 100 and some years old. And basically what it does is it opens up, but it's not opened up right now. And you pivot it and open it up, and that gets really big, and it's really good. But we don't need really big, so we don't pivot it and we don't open it up. So there you go. Anyway, not diet related, but that's pretty much what we got up to. Yesterday we went to a flea market. They call them car boots here, and that was quite large, but it was very, very cold. It was like 1 degree here yesterday, which is wait a minute, I'll tell you in a second. 32. Sorry. Double it. Add 30. Minus 1. So it's 31. Duh. Yeah, so. But that's not diet stuff. And you didn't come here to listen to what I did over the last few days. Clearly we went to visit someone to take my hand apart, but we don't want to talk about that at all. But I did some research and I found some new things that I thought we could talk about as far as the diet goes, and I'm implementing them today. One thing is this house stuff is stressing me out max, and the NHS, which is the National Healthcare Service here in England, basically suggests yoga for that. Meditation, if it's not, severe. So my Wii has yoga, and I'm going to start doing a little bit of yoga today. I'm not committing to doing yoga every day, but I am going to do it like maybe 2 days a week to de-stress myself. Happy walk's still going on. But the thing that I read about is called IF, and it's intermittent fasting. And a doctor from the United States, well, several doctors, because they had a whole research team, because it's such a litigious society in America, medically speaking, that, you give extra quarter teaspoon of Robitussin to a kid and you get sued. But basically IF is intermittent fasting, and they're not suggesting that you fast for a week or whatever. They're basically saying a couple days a week, fast for 16 to 24 hours. And you can have coffee and tea, and you can even have diet soda if you want to, but clearly no food. Now, one of the myths with fasting is that your metabolism immediately slows down. You would have to be hungry for I guess it's more than 72 hours before your metabolism slows down. So that's just a myth, isn't it? And that's okay, so let me back up a minute. So 72 hours will decrease your metabolism by 10%. But, hello, I'm not starving myself for 3 days. I'm going to do for 16 hours, and I started today to do that. So that's okay. And mine's actually going to be more than 16 hours because you fast all night basically when you sleep, and then I am going to fast until dinner time, and then I'm just going to have what I was having before Thanksgiving for dinner. So it doesn't bother metabolism, but the benefits of this are quite good because your body, if you're used to eating a lot of carbohydrates, can become insulin resistant. And I can't go into medical stuff, and I won't go into medical stuff because I am not recommending this for anybody. I'm just telling you what I'm doing myself and what I've read. And basically your body becomes insulin resistant. So if you miss a few meals and you're not putting that stuff into your body, you're not eating too much food, you're not eating too many carbs, your body tends to fight that resistance and build itself up. Another benefit of this is it's supposed to help with aging, because there's something released, I don't know if it's the insulin or something else, I can't remember, but there's something released in your body when you eat that cues the aging process within your system. And so if you fast for a day or two each week, that actually slows down the aging process, both mentally, so you can be staving off things, or physically. Also, missing meals twice a week is basically, they have found out that it reduces your risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes again, and cancer, because your body isn't having to process all of those things, and therefore can focus on getting rid of the negative stuff that's in your system, i.e. fat. So that was really interesting. I was really interested in that. So I'm going to do it because I don't have a problem not going without. My problem is breaking fasts in that. So let's say I eat dinner at 6 o'clock at night, and that's pretty much when Ian and I have dinner every night. I'd say between 6 and 7, depends on the traffic from his work to here. So say I have my tea at 6 o'clock. When I wake up at 6 o'clock the next morning, I genuinely don't feel hungry. And it's not because I've eaten so much, I just don't have an appetite in the morning. And I've always said, right from the start of this vlog, that I don't like to eat breakfast. And I don't like to eat breakfast. For me, if you've ever had a drink and... if you've ever gone anywhere, maybe as a younger version of you, and had a few beers, and you wait till the very last minute to go to the bathroom the first time, because if you break the seal, then you have to continually go to the loo when you've been drinking alcohol. And for me, breaking that fast at lunchtime is the most difficult time for me, because when I break that fast, when I eat a sandwich or whatever it is I'm gonna have for lunch, I just want to keep eating. Like, you gotta keep eating because, you broke the seal. So it's like breaking the seal for me. So yeah, I'm gonna try this fasting thing and see how it works for me. And of course I'll let you know what happens with it and if I get results. So I've marked my weight this morning, unfortunately, and I will continue to do this and up until like the week before Christmas, because that's when the family stuff starts on the inside. So we're gonna have to eat stuff, right? Otherwise you stick out like a sore thumb and everybody starts asking. So I'm gonna do this for the next, let's see here. I'm gonna do this for the next 1, 2, 3 weeks, and we will see how we get on. If it makes a difference, if I see that I'm losing more weight or if I'm feeling better. I definitely want to slow the aging process down because I got wrinkles in my eyes, I got wrinkles here, and it would be nice to not lose my mind in my old age. Other than that, weather in northern Lancashire is, I should say, northwestern Lancashire, is partly cloudy. You can kind of see the sun through the sky. Church steeple's right there, and it's very pretty. It's extremely cold. I think it's like 1 degree again this morning. What do I have on today? I have a lot of things on today. Now that I'm free, in my other hand, I have some cleaning to do in the window casements and the frame around the window over my sink, which is about double the width of that chair. So if you look at the width of that chair and then go over again, that's the width of my window. And then I am picking up the paint for that, I don't know, Saturday? I think Saturday. I also have to go to the post office for somebody on Saturday. And I have to go and try to figure out if I can move my refrigerator by myself so that I can get a kind of storage area for my vacuum cleaner and my Swiffer and, oh god, sorry, Swiffer, my vacuum cleaner, oh, my ironing board. So yeah. So that's pretty much, I got laundry going on. I mean, there's different things. So I think what I'm going to do is take it in turn. I'm going to complete one job, sit down, do some knitting, because I can't send this box to someone in Pennsylvania until I finish this project. And then I'm going to get up and do another small project. And then basically what I'm going to do is do equal amount of time. So whatever time it takes me to do the casements and things, I'm going to sit down and knit. And then I'm going to get up and I'm going to do my next project, which is the porch area where the fridge is and things. I say porch, it's not a porch, it's an annex off my kitchen. And then get that sorted out, and then, oh, and by the way, it's bed hair, sorry. I just looked at myself and went, oh shit, I never said I just got out of bed in my Ravenclaw t-shirt. I have pajama bottoms on. They're flannel and plaid and blue. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to sit down and knit. And then I'm going to come up here, because I went to the sewing machine shop that's down on the high street here, and I got a cover for my sewing machine, and she had a few sewing machines, and she had a really nice Janome that was on sale, and it was normally 1,600 pounds, but she's got it for less than 1,000. But I can't afford to buy it right now because I want to do stuff to my house. I wanted to cry. She's like, well, you can just try it if you want. You don't have to buy it. I want you to feel pressure. And I was like, no, because I'll want to freaking buy it if I try it, and you know it. So yeah. So she sent me home with some pamphlets and said whenever I get ready, let her know, because sometimes she gets deals from them. I really wasn't looking for Janome. I was looking for a Pfaff, and I continued to look for a Pfaff sewing machine on eBay. Someone bought an embroidery quilting machine, so it actually had a small quilting on it, and never took it out of the fracking box and never did anything with it. It still just sat in it for like 2 years, and she paid like a ginormous amount of money on it, and she had it on eBay for 299 pounds, and I was just dying inside. I wanted that fracking thing so bad. I'm sure it went up with the bidding, but I was like, it started at $299. I was so tempted, but I didn't, because I'm good and I want to do stuff to my house. So we have to be a grown-up. Right, so anyway, sewing machine. I have to start just pulling fabric down off my cupboard and sewing up bags and chucking them in my shop. And I need to make a drawstring bag today for our car, because when we left the car boot sale, we just keep a Starbucks card with money on it, so we can just, you know, stop in. We don't have to worry about going to a cash machine or having a million bank records because we've tapped the thing 20,000 times at Starbucks. And frankly, we don't go over to Cole all that much, so we went in there, used the Starbucks card, and had a coffee. And where was I going with that? Oh yeah, so we bought the Starbucks reusable cups because I don't like doing naughty things to the environment, and where I can avoid it, I do. I mean, I panic if I look down in our car's not an eco drive. It freaks me out. So, so we bought them, but then Ian's like, Jen, they've just been floating around in here. We've been moving all that stuff. So I didn't really want to use them, take them in. So I told him I'd make a drawstring bag today for those, and I washed them. So when I make the bag, I'll just put them in a bag and cinch it. And then I'll make the tie long enough to like go over the back of his seat so they're hanging up and they're not down on the floor or anything. And then, yeah. And then, like I said, I gotta get Kimmy, I gotta get your stuff done because I gotta get it the hell out of here or it'll never get to you. And I'm seriously thinking of using DHL instead of the post office. But yeah, I gotta get that all done. So yeah, I don't really want to talk about my craft stuff. I'm at 16 minutes, but I will. I'll give you a brief synopsis of what's happening here. Right, so I am working on Kim's Christmas present, and I still haven't finished the other Hildemitten because I just haven't had the time. I was able to like hold my hoop in the crook of my arm so I could cross stitch. So I started on that, and I'll probably do a podcast for my other channel, but at Cider House Crafts. Shannon, I don't know if you've ever been over there, but it's cider with a Y. So I was able to start that. Kim, I know you saw this in one of my videos. It's that joy with the red cardinal in the wooden frame. I was able to get quite a bit of that done. It really wasn't comfortable. I mean, my arm didn't feel very good, and I had to use my boo-boo arm. But I was able to, you know, like do this and then just hold it here in my elbow and stitch. It was pretty cool, actually. I was really surprised. But if there's a need, there's a way. So yeah, so I was able to get that done slowly on the mittens, but I can only do a few rows at a time before I have to put it down because my hand. Yeah, it's mostly been sewing, and which right now is pretty much the easiest thing because I figured out how to use my palm to push things along. But now it's getting a lot better, and it's a lot less tender there, so hopefully I'll be able to get something done today. It's really purple today, but I'm touching it, which is positive because before I went even got near it, it was gross. But yeah, there's only a bit of a hole left in the middle of the cut, so yeah, not really weeping anymore much. But you know what I did? Sneaky poo. Right, so they're like, oh, just do this, you have to come back and da da da. So what I did was I dug out my very precious Neosporin, because you can't get Neosporin here. So, oh well, I'll take that back in a minute. So I dug out my Neosporin twice a day, every day. I put Neosporin on it, and I think that sped that healing up a lot. Now, going back to you can't get Neosporin here. You can't order it on Amazon. However, Ian found a distributor here in England. But you know those little tubes of Neosporin? We paid the equivalent of $13 for one of those. So, yeah. So when we come home, hopefully next autumn for a little minute, I'm going to be picking a lot of things up. Bell's seasoning, Neosporin, Crisco, all sorts of stuff, baking stuff. One time I took 3 2-pound bags of powdered sugar home in my suitcase, and I never got stopped. They didn't know that wasn't cocaine. They didn't know that. Their dog sniffers could have been out of work that day or something. But it was Domino's powdered sugar. They have powdered sugar here. It's called icing sugar, but it's not the same. Well, it is the same, but it's not, if you know what I mean. I'm just being weird American person. So I've deviated again. So yeah, so it's going to be pretty much a big week of sewing. I got to bring my Christmas decorations out from the basement. Like I said, Martin's going to be here on Saturday. They're going to try, given the fact that Martin came after those 2 guys that we had move us, said there's no way we're getting our refrigerator in, which we did in 3 seconds because Martin came and did it. Ian and Martin are going to try to bring our bedroom furniture, my bureau and his dresser, up from the basement. It might get crowded in here. Because, yeah, it can't go in there. We have to tear the carpet up off the floor, and we have to take the bed, we have to take the bed apart. And, sand the floor and stuff. So, they won't want it in here. They won't want it in there. They'll want it in here. Anyway, so yeah. So that's what's going on with me. Nothing else. Just gonna keep rolling, keep doing my work, keep moving, keep flexing my hand so it doesn't, because right now I look like a lobster claws, kind of like this all the time. Because I'm a big baby and I don't want to do anything to it. Anyway, I've been rambling for 21 minutes. And I'm sure you folks have something better to do than listen to my BS. So I'm going to sit here for a minute, enjoy my coffee, and stare out at my view. And now that all the leaves are off the trees, you can see the Shell station. Nice. Oh well, at least it's Shell. There you go. But yeah, I guess that's it for today. I will be back in a couple of days to share how things are going. Let you know how that yoga thing's working out, and let you know how the fasting went today. And if I talk to you in a couple of days, I'll probably be doing it again. So I'll let you know how it goeth with the fasting. Anyway, I hope you're doing well. I hope you had a happy Thanksgiving, both of you. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving and you spent lots of time with your parents and your family and your friends, or if your parents are gone, then I'm sure you spent some time thinking about them like I did mine. And yeah, we're fixing zippers for your kids' trousers. Yeah, anyway. Oh, Shannon, if you're watching this, I just wanted to say I freaking love that picture that you posted on Facebook of the snow. And that you weren't going to have it at home. That was really cool. And Kim sent me pictures of snowing at her house, which was like 4 feet deep. It really wasn't 4 feet deep, but it was a lot of snow. How much was that? Was that like 10 inches? 8 inches? Whatever. That was really cool. I miss snow. And it probably won't snow here before the middle of December. Yeah. Bummer. Anyway, I guess I should be grateful because you were all screaming at me going, you don't have to drive in it. And I don't, so there you go. Anyway, I'm going to go before you get totally annoyed. Alright, well, everybody take care, and I will talk to you in a couple of days. Okay? Oh, by the way, it's Monday the 26th of November, because I didn't say that. I disappoint myself. Anyway, bye everybody. Bye.